Hi everyone, I'm Elle. Today I'm here with Annie, a spoken word poet, radio presenter for Voices Radio, and the author of the upcoming book, Bay.
Hey.
Hi Annie.
Hi.
Hiya. So, as a spoken word poet, what do you think the space for spoken word poetry is today? Because when I think of spoken word poetry, I kind of go back to the civil rights movement. So in 2024, what is the space for spoken word poetry?
I think there's such a powerful space for spoken word poetry to make a change in 2024. As people are saying, 2024 is the year of exposure, and I feel like spoken word poetry has the power to just shake things up and be able to speak truth to power. That's what I see spoken word poetry as. I got into spoken word poetry through activism, and just the realization that my words matter and my words can make a change in society was so powerful. And I think that people can start to learn about spoken word poetry more. I feel like there's such a burgeoning scene. Like there's so many spoken word poets out there who are trying to call out and speak truth to power. And I feel like they're starting to get more exposure as well. Like I know that there's shows coming up. There's one I think in South Bank coming up this bank holiday. And there's just such a big role. And I feel like spoken word poetry is still a bit undiscovered. Like people don't really know too much about it. But honestly, I think it's just incredible if people start to look at how powerful it can be to make a change.
So that's amazing. Thank you so much, Annie. When it comes to kind of your activism or the activism that you speak of, I know that you're also a radio presenter.
Yeah.
So what is the kind of change or the activism that you kind of bring to your presenting?
Yeah. So it's really interesting as well, because I don't know if I define myself as an activist, even though I really appreciate that space. But I do define myself as someone who wants to make a change in society. And when it comes to the radio presenting, it's all about underrepresented groups. Like I wanted to get into media to shine a light, provide more representation for underrepresented groups. In the UK, the female talent is insane. Like, and I'm just seeing all the guys and the man them, but I just feel like for the females, like there's so much talent, and I really want to showcase that in radio and just to everyone else as well. I'm so passionate about female music as well. Like since I was younger, I just like female artists are my thing. I feel like I know every single little female artist. So yeah, it's just showing, giving exposure to female artists in the UK. So yeah.
And kind of lastly, so I know that you're writing a self-care book called Bay.
Yeah.
So would you like to kind of tell us a bit about this book? What inspired you to write this book?
We associate the word bae with like a lover or someone like that, but it's also being a lover for yourself. So it's again with that activism like thread that's going through it. It's all about how it can be as a tool of resistance for young Black people in the UK. There's a Black feminist called Audre Lorde, and she spoke about self-care as being protection from the state. And I feel like that space of self-care has been co-opted a bit, and we think about it like bubble baths and doing these little makeup things. And I just really want to bring into the space some of the origins of that word of self-care and how it can help in terms of resistance when it comes to racism and different structures within society. So yeah.
So it's kind of an all-round bringing through like the activist thread.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. And it's also redefining what self means as well. But you've got to look at the book, read the book to find out more about what I mean when it comes to self, because I think that's very important as well when we're looking at who is the self when we're talking about self-care. So yeah.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. Thank you to Annie for spending time with us today, and please keep an eye out for her upcoming book, Bay. Thank you.